Hey guys, so the last thing we want to make is that button that's going to appear for us. So we're going to go ahead and hover over choose a sprite, click on the paint tool, and we're going to call this start game. Once we do that, we're going to go ahead and we can either use the square tool, the circle tool, it's kind of up to you guys. I'm going to use a similar color that I use for my arrow just to keep everything kind of the same. And I'm just going to go ahead and make a box. I'm going to use my text tool, change the color of it, and I'm going to type in select so that the player to know that they're selecting a character when they do this. So I can go ahead and change this and add a couple extra details to it if I wanted to. It's kind of up to you guys, but I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. Okay. Once we're done, we're going to go ahead and hover over the entire thing and then move it a little bit below where my character is. And I'm going to leave it right here. So now we're going to go back into code. We're going to do something similar. So when the green flag is clicked, I want to go ahead and go into looks, and I want to hide this. Then when it's not, so back to my yellow events tab, when I receive play game, I'm going to go into looks, and then I'm going to show. Next, I'm going to use the yellow events tab. I'm going to then use when this sprite is clicked. I'm going to go ahead and then use the broadcast. I'm going to type in a new message and type in hide and click OK. And now I'm going to use this as well. So when I receive hide, I'm just going to go ahead and hide it. And I want to make sure that I do this for the other ones as well. So for my arrow, I'm going to add that in. So when I receive hide, I'm going to hide. So now let's go ahead and test this out. So when green flag is clicked, click on play. You can swap through my characters. Once I do, click, and it hides. So the next thing that I want to go ahead and do is I'm going to go into my start game. And what I want it to do is when this sprite is clicked, I also want to do something else. So I'm going to go back to the yellow events tab, and I'm going to go ahead and broadcast. I'm going to click on new message. I'm going to type in start game and click OK. So now I'm going to go back to my player, and to make sure that they're not able to move, I'm going to swap these two out for start game. So now once my player has been selected, that's when the game actually starts. So now when I click on my green flag, I click on play, you can see I have my selection. I can go through it. It does not move my player at all. And then I can click on select, and now I'm able to start playing. So awesome. The last thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I start with the same player every single time. So I'm going to go ahead and add when green flag clicked, or actually, no, yeah, I'll need to add it here. So when green flag is clicked, I'm going to go into looks. I'm going to switch to costume 1 to make sure I always start with the same costume. So click on play, start with the same costume, swap out my player, click on select, it hides, and I'm able to move and start playing my game. So this is everything that we needed to do for our week 1 stuff. Next time around for week 2, we're going to keep adding a couple more stuff to start completing our game. That way we can test everything out all together. But once you're done with this, you're pretty much all set and you can move on to week 2.